So I have an idea of doing something a little different. I've been wanting to make more vlogs or vlog type videos on my channel. I know I do some technique videos or kind of how-to things relating to music and horn and brass instruments, but I want to be a little more personal with you guys if I can. I know vlogs, the couple of vlog videos I've done have not been the most popular, so naturally I'd make more, right? Not really, but I find them really fun to edit and I just enjoy them. And there's been a handful of you guys that, those of you that do watch the vlogs and like the vlogs, you really like the vlogs, or at least that's what you've told me. So I'm gonna start doing more of them just because I like them. Those of you that like them really like them, and I guess I want to share a little bit more of myself with those of you out there that are interested. I think it'll be fun to kind of document what I do throughout just like my time. Like it's 2019, and I think naturally with the new year it's a time for a lot of us to reflect on what we've done over the past year and kind of where we started, where we are now, and how we've grown throughout those 12 months. And how cool would it be if I could look back on all these vlogs and actually see what I've done over those 12 months. That's kind of like a little bit of what's motivating me to do this too. It's not only going to be fun for me, but there is a bit more of a purpose to this. I think not just musicians, but people, all kinds of people, go through like self-doubt or feeling like they're on their own. So I know, like me, through my musical journey personally, there were a lot of times, and still are, where I feel like, why is everybody doing so much better than I am right now? Or I just feel like I'm off on my own little island and everyone else is being successful and maybe I'm not in something, or maybe I feel like I'm not making progress, just generally not feeling great. But the funny thing is, and I know that so many of us go through that, and it's just not talked about. We often go through that sort of thing by ourselves. So I'm hoping that also by doing these vlogs, you get a little bit of insight into what goes into my everyday life. Not just with the covers and music, but with a lot of different things. I plan on making these monthly, so it's I'm hoping it's gonna be like a quick kind of snapshot at what I do throughout the month. So when this is posted, it should be the end of January, maybe the first week of February. We'll see. The lighting is so good right now because I am recording for a cover very quickly, as fast as I can, before I leave for FMEA today in a couple hours, and I still need to pack. But I leave for FMEA with my husband soon. It's a music educators conference in Florida, so I'm going to be seeing a lot of old friends from college and hopefully seeing some of you guys there. I'm going to put some stuff on Instagram if anybody wants to meet up with me. Then again, by the time this comes out, if you missed it, I'm sorry. But yeah, so I'm gonna go record this cover and I'll see you guys when I get to Tampa for the conference. Okay, so it's day 2 in Tampa. I just got done spending a morning out with my husband and some friends. I say so much. It's funny doing these vlogs because I catch myself saying or so much, and now it's really starting to bug me, so I need to try not to. But anyways, see, I just did it. My husband and I went out with some friends this morning and just really went out to go see the city, to go out and see Tampa. I've been to so many restaurants over the last couple days, which is weird for me. We don't go out to eat very often, maybe once a week. Once, maybe twice a week is about what we limit ourselves to, just because it's cheaper and healthier and just all around. We just think it's better for us, so I try to cook a lot. So weekends like this, where we're eating out like 3 times a day, it's just a lot. But it's been really fun because I'm going out to places to eat that I never would have anyways. So seen some cool restaurants, and it's been great, again, just catching up with some more friends. But I'm back in the hotel, which I've been tending to do in the afternoons, and I've been getting a lot of work done, whether it's practicing on my instrument, and I've also done a lot on YouTube. Yesterday was a day where I wanted to make sure my video got uploaded properly. Things like I had to make a thumbnail at the last minute because I didn't have time to before. And then today I just got finished posting. There's always like certain websites and accounts that I like to post on just to get word out there on the videos as much as possible. So today I finished up that, and it always makes me nervous, so I tend to post it and then I throw my phone in a corner and I don't look at it for like 3 hours. So my phone is currently over there and I'm not gonna look at it for an hour. It might seem kind of odd that I get nervous about this still, because I mean, I've been making these covers and posting videos since April. So what is that, like 8 months now? I'm going on 9 months. It's been the better part of a year, and I still get nervous. And I know I shouldn't necessarily have a reason to, because I mean, you guys have shown me time and again how just supportive you are and nice you are, but there's just something about the process that makes me nervous. So I just finished doing that, and I'm gonna see what y'all have to say about it later. I want to talk a bit about how funny it is that we can feel bad about working and how much work we're doing. I find that I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and I think a lot of musicians are. If you're out there and you're also a musician, I think we tend to work until something is perfect, and that stinks because perfection is this thing that, what is perfection? How do we get there? Can we get there? It's this never-ending cycle. And so somebody like me, where I know I need a break, and this whole conference thing is supposed to be like a vacation for me, I still find myself like, I'm supposed to be working on some collabs right now that people contact me about the week after Christmas, the end of 2018, and I find myself like, oh man, I need to start recording those ASAP. Is there a way I can practice them now so I can record them the day I get back? And I need to take a step back, remember that this is supposed to be like a vacation for me. It's not necessarily that way for my husband because he's here for work, which is why he's not here right now. But for me, this is a chance for me to see a new city, meet up with friends, eat good food, relax a bit. And I just find myself, it's so easy for me to get caught up in work again. When I sit around and try to relax and do nothing and enjoy that time, I immediately feel bad. Like I feel guilty for taking time off. I don't know if any of you are like that, but I'm gonna take this afternoon, these couple of hours, to remind myself that it's okay to take a break. I feel like I need to start working on my next arrangement or practicing my horn or doing something that's productive and works towards those sorts of goals. But it's also healthy to take care of yourself and move your mind away from that. One of my goals for 2019 is to continue this whole attention to self-care that I started in 2018. 2018 is when I really started caring less about what people thought. Like this whole YouTube experience, I know it's something that there's like a stigma against it, you know, and some people kind of scoff at it, or, you know, it's not like a typical job approach. And right now, doing this is what makes me happy. I don't think I've ever been this productive. I can't remember a time in my life where I've been this sure of myself or productive or just happy. My husband and I are both doing well. Uh-oh. Someone's in trouble. I don't think I have just been this happy and fulfilled in a really long time. So I'm gonna keep doing me. We're both seeing successes in what we're doing, and I think that's what is important. So I'm gonna do that, and by doing that, I need to remember to take care of my mental health, self-care, take time off. So that's what I'm gonna do now. So it is about 1:30 in the afternoon. I'm taking a bit of a work break now from things at my computer and planning and such to do some vlogging. The last time I vlogged was at Tampa. It was at FMEA at the conference I went to, which was so much fun. Such a great way to kick off the new year. I couldn't have asked for a better way to connect with people and friends. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about my kind of New Year's resolutions, my goals, reflecting a bit on last year going into this year. I was thinking about making a separate video for that at first, which probably could have been posted last week. But then at the conference, I opted to decide to kind of make my vlog about that, since I want these vlogs to naturally be about kind of the reflection process, and it makes sense to make January on that theme, since, you know, it's 2019, new year, new me kind of vibes. So 2018 was probably one of the hardest years of my life so far, which is funny to think about because really it was also the year that the best things in my life have happened. You know, if I can articulate my thoughts, bear with me. I mean, in 2018, I got married early last year in February, and unexpectedly, we also got our first house in 2018. I mean, that was huge. That was enough life events to get us through a good couple years, let alone one. They happened within like 8 months of each other, 6 months of each other. It was crazy. In 2018 though, I think I've mentioned this before, I was coming out of a very rough time of my life where I felt really lost. I had just graduated college in January 2018. I did not know what to do with myself because of the way my degree was set up. I knew I didn't want to pursue the typical sure and steady job that was coming out of the degree. My degree is in music education, so my plan was to be a band director, which I knew maybe about a year out from graduation that I did not want to do that. But I was stuck in this place where I only had a half a year on campus, 1 semester on campus, and then 1 semester at an internship left, or I would have to go and restart a whole new degree program basically, and potentially in something not music. And I didn't necessarily want to do that either. I didn't know what I wanted. So the best option for time, money, resources, just everything, the best option was to go ahead and finish school and get my music ed degree as best I could. And so I did that. And upon graduating, when you don't really know what to do for employment, that got rough. Coming into 2018, I remember feeling really lost after my internship. I had no idea what I wanted to do for a job. I think the only thing that really kept me grounded was knowing that there was a wedding that still needed to be put on, and that was coming in a month or a month and a half. And then after that, I decided I could reassess. And then during that time is when I started thinking of this YouTube channel, kind of things to do in my spare time to keep up with horn playing, because that's what I thought I wanted to do. I was going to go to grad school as soon as I possibly could, like I'll start auditioning next year. And I just wanted to think of ways to play more in the meantime while I was looking for ways to freelance and gig. So YouTube was born. That's proven to be probably one of the biggest blessings in my life right now. Is I had no idea YouTube was going to be what it's become, and I absolutely love it. I wouldn't change anything for the world. And I love the students that I work with. They're always fun and eager, and at the very least, like, nice. That's one thing I value so much now in life, is to be around positive, nice people who aren't going to drag you down or be some source of toxicity in your life. So I love that I get to work with people one-on-one, and hopefully they get that same vibe from me and they're happy to be taking lessons, and it's just all around a good feedback system that I really like. So now I probably should get back to work. The only thing I have left to do is record my video that I want to post this week, which is gonna be a quick and easy warm-up. Because I've been so busy with these projects, it has been so hard to do my entire warm-up and fundamentals routine and then hit etudes or excerpts or whatever extra things I want to work on top of my arrangements. So I have found myself skirting on those, just skirting by and not really doing my full routines that I'm used to. So I figured this week I would steer into the skid, and since it's hard to do collaborations on top of my own arrangements and recording for those, I figured why not make a video about that, because other people go through this too, and maybe I'll have some information that'll help somebody with warm-ups or kind of the things to cover when you don't have a lot of time to get ready for performances and such. So that's what I'm gonna go do now, is record for that and maybe even have time to edit today. That would be awesome. So let's get to it.
About it. Everything about it.
Yeah, that's a good boy. Hey, cutie. Hi, Rocky. Say hi to YouTube. Hello. I just wanted to show you exactly what our curtains look like. So here, if you can see, I hope, is our window. It's super bright. There we go. And you can see this little curtain thing right over here. That's not. That's the bed sheet that we use. So at night, when I go to close it, I just... And this is what we do. It's like we live in a pillow fort, and it's definitely embarrassing. I mean, like, I'm sure all of our neighbors have seen. I don't know what they think of us. I mean, we're nice people, I promise. We're not crazy. It's just, we had a lot we had to do. I'm sorry. In the meantime, though, cannot wait to show y'all what the house looks like when we have curtains, because I think it's going to make a big difference. Yep, can't wait for that to come.